back to the house to get the rest of my stuff, and clearly I can't even get up the stairs because D won't let me get the rest of my stuff. So can you move?
Move for what? You have everything that you got.
I need to get the rest of my stuff
Everything
that's
that you
upstairs.
have in that car, you already got. The rest of the stuff stays here. You know why? Because I paid for it.
You didn't pay for nothing.
Why you doing your lies?
Stop.
Did you tell them that I paid for all the rest of the stuff you trying to get? I paid for it. Could you tell them that?
Can you please move?
You're not getting back up here. You're not getting back up here. You made that decision when you took me off the cars. You made that decision.
I took you off everything. You don't own anything.
Congratulations to you.
All right,
so that just let you know his credit situation. Like, one, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna just comment on this first part when he said he's actually being spiteful. Yeah, you took me off the cards, right? So that means that he was added as a what you call it, a user on the credit card. She took him off the cards, right? But with the whole point of that, when somebody adds you on a card in a relationship or a marriage, is to build your credit up so you could get your own cards. So what happened typically when you're building your credit, if somebody adds you as an authorized user, you get your cards, then you buy a few things, stay within that 10%, pay it on time or whatever. And what happens is you'll start to get your own credit card offers, some with annual fees and stuff like that. You just wait a little longer and you'll get the ones without any annual fees, and boom, there's your credit, and it starts to move up. So the fact that he haven't got his own cards from that and he just still kind of used her stuff says a lot already. And we only 37 seconds in.
Everything that you have, no, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, out that door with the rest of your stuff.
I'm not going anywhere until I get the rest of my stuff. I'm gonna have
everything that you have, Erica, is on the outside of that door.
I'm gonna have to call the police.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna have to call the police
and tell them
so I can get the rest of my
and
stuff.
Tell them what?
Because I'm leaving.
See, now you're gonna really air yourself out on live. When you call the police, guess what? My name is on this.
No, my name is on it as well.
Nah,
Cut
fam.
it out.
Nah, fam. Nah.
Cut it out. Nah. So let me get upstairs so I can go because I'm not doing this with you.
No, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing it for you to be so insensitive.
I'm not being insensitive. Can you move?
No, I cannot move. I had to borrow money from my brother.
That's your problem. That's your problem.
Nah.
Get you some money, because I don't know how you going to pay for
We are in a relationship. No, we help each other out. You don't bail when stuff get hard. You don't bail when...
The house is going up for sale.
Since when?
I will contact the realtor sometime next week, but it's going to go up for sale.
That's a joint effort. You have to agree and I have to agree.
Okay, and I get that. So you can't afford to stay
here. I moved you in here. I moved you in here.
You cannot afford to stay here.
I moved you in here. I'll get back on my feet. You cannot. No, you can't. No. And stop recording everything. Your life is not a movie. Stop recording everything.
Look, you really about to get on my nerves.
You've been getting on mine. So now what?
And you've been getting on my nerves for the past 5 years. You being jobless and not bringing in anything in the house. I am tired.
There it is. He been unemployed for 5 years. So now it makes sense. So obviously he a bum. If he couldn't find work in 5 years, there's no way that you cannot find work in 5 years. It may not be the job that you want, but I can see where this going. So it sounds like maybe the home was his initially, and then maybe they got married, and now he got unemployed, and the hard times turned to hard years, the hard couple of years, to whatever he's getting an allowance to, as though she had to take him off the card. So he's a perpetual child in there. You understand what I'm saying? And now he's being vindictive and not letting her get her stuff in from upstairs. And it sounds like he put her stuff that he picked through outside. So legally, if they're married, she has the right to be in their house, and she have the right. I don't know how it goes about selling it. I've never been in that situation. But she can get in there and get her stuff. And I don't think that he technically can put her out. So let's see what else is going on.
You being a cheater. Say that part.
Okay, and so you weren't? You was cheating when you weren't bringing nothing to the table.
Allegedly.
The only thing you could do was cheat.
Speculation about cheating and getting caught cheating are two totally different things. You were caught red-handed in the act. What you doing in Cancun? Ain't had the nerve to lie about it. No, you cannot. You're not getting nothing else out this house, Erica. You can.
All right, so do you see what's going on? This marriage or relationship been over. If he's saying allegedly, like they know he was cheating, but you can't prove it. On the other hand, you had her cheating and he could prove it. You see what this going. So basically, she got bored with the nigga. He was broke. He ain't have no initiative. Excuse me, show no initiative. Had no drive to try to go out here and better himself. He may have got depressed. I don't know what type of job he got, but 5 years is a long time. And life and bills don't give a fuck about nothing or nobody. So you became a kid at home, and she was giving you an allowance, and then she probably came across a dude that was doing what he's supposed to do. It don't make it right, and she starts sleeping with him. You, on the other hand, you home being broken a bum, playing a video game for whatever reason, not working, and you cheated on your wife. So that's like the slap in the face, for real. And like she said, you cheating and you ain't even bringing that to the table. So depending on what type of woman she is, she might feel like, nigga, I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do. I could get some side dick. The same way how dudes move. This is 2024. You got to be careful.
Before I call the police.
Yeah, I see this. I cannot deal. I cannot deal. This is why I can't deal with this no more. That's why I can't deal with him no more.
You can leave, Erica.
I don't have the energy, the time.
You have the energy for everything else. You had the energy enough to create a whole nother relationship within your marriage. You had that energy.
I sure did, because you were lazy.
Oh, I'm glad you had. So now when
a lazy bum.
So when we go to, you can listen. You can call me whatever you want. I promise you, I'll bounce back. No.
I'm about
to
listen.
No.
Dude, you got it. Let me tell you something, man. This can happen to anybody. Dude, you got to be ready like the 911 dispatcher. You hear me? You got to be ready like the fire department when they get the call and they slide down the pole into their boots. You can never, ever let yourself go and talk about 5 years unemployed, talking about, I'm going to bounce back. You should have been bounced back like a ball. This is crazy. I'm not saying what she did was right, but dude, you put yourself in a position to let this happen to you. Now you not letting her get stuff. If you ain't really care about her, you wanted her to go, let her get her stuff. But now you depending on her like that's your mom. You on the nipple. You getting allowances. To as though it probably started out as somebody was a friend and she was crying on his shoulder about you being a bum or how it's hard. Don't worry, baby. Here's a couple of dollars and some dick. I mean, if something was to happen to my wife and she couldn't do nothing, I'm not cheating. It's not no reason to step outside. Like, it's more to, like, that don't, just because something happened, it don't mean that you just sleep with somebody else because you don't have a job. Like, it's more to this. It's probably more to his side, but obviously she checked out and he checked out because he was on some fucking shit. Because any man worth his salt ain't gonna let his woman do all that.
No, you were being lazy. I
didn't
gonna
go to work.
Anything to do with you anymore. You knew I didn't even want you anymore.
How am I supposed to know that?
I wasn't even dealing with you.
So let me get this straight.
Let me just, in this room.
Let me get this straight. So when I'm doing good, then we're doing good. But when I'm doing bad, I'm doing bad.
You've been doing bad for 5 years, almost 6.
Checkmate.
So what's your excuse? What you got to say?
I got to say you're not getting none of this up out of here. Everything else I bought.
Okay, I am about to.
So now he going back to that. Now, granted, yo, this is when you leave the situation legally. You don't cheat. It's not okay when men do it, and it's not okay when women do it. We're going to be fair across the board. You leave the situation. Like, obviously, you know, like she could have probably felt for him and ain't want him homeless or whatever. Who knows? But at the same time, it is not right, that part. It's not right on him that he fell off or whatever. One thing about marriage, man, for better or worse, sickness or health, rich or poor, when we make those vows, we got to live by them, man. We got to live by them. And sometimes things happen and you got to get the outside help sometimes to get your person back on your feet. You can't throw your person away. I would never throw my person away. We're going to figure it out and we're going to work it out. It would never be a thing where I'm crying on somebody's shoulder, talking about you and sleeping with them. No, you got to work things out. And it's not easy all the time. This is a situation that didn't get worked out because probably both of them don't know how to work things out. Life doesn't come with a handbook. It doesn't. And a lot of times we don't have good examples to go by and follow. But every situation is unique in itself, and people are different. So there's nothing written in stone that could really help you. However, you got to sit there and try to work it out. And that means two people willing to work. And that's why you got to catch it before it turns into this. And that information we do have, fixing things before they get too bad. And however that looks for your situation. But not this. This is a thing that has snowballed downhill and got bigger and bigger and bigger, that they're in different realms starting up families. Like, you could tell now with the camera on, all he wanted to do is get his side out. Like, nothing's going to change. I thought this was a skit at first.
Call the police. I'm about to call the police.
We're going to call them together. You have no right to call the police. I haven't done nothing to you.
So how you gonna afford this? How you gonna afford this?
Let me tell you what your concern should be right now.
Uber not gonna pay for this.
Let me tell you what your concern.
So it's like she just all at this point. It's like mainly the money. The cheating came later. That's probably why she moved downstairs and then she started doing what she was doing. Or who knows? I ain't gonna put it all on him because he couldn't stay employed. Not staying employed don't necessarily mean that you want to go fuck everything, whatever. But he obviously got lazy and too comfortable.
Should be right now.
What?
Your little boyfriend that you got.
He take care of me.
Who starts a relationship while you're married? Who starts a relationship while you're married?
Guess what? I'm no longer married. We are separated.
No, hold on. First of all, we still married. We still married.
Saying that, but
you still have a husband.
Here, I'm leaving.
So listen. While you recording everything, record this. She has a husband and a boyfriend.
So what?
And she's proud about it.
So what?
So when this
you're not. Lazy, trifling husband that don't.
So when the divorce goes through, please,
just because you
please remember these words that you said.
Make sure that you didn't cuff the women that you were
cheating
with every weekend.
That you had a little dude who can't come with you.
Let me just get the rest of
wait. What happened to the little girl? So let's to be clear, you did have a dude in Cancun. There was a dude.
You about to get on my.
So you did have a dude in Cancun, right?
Okay.
Just answer that, because you're not taking nothing else about it.
I'm gonna come back whenever you gone. Whenever that is, because you don't got nothing else to do with yourself.
I'm changing the locks. Yes, I'm changing them. Because you hold a man down.
You can't change the
You hold a man down if he's doing bad.
Well.
That's what love is. You hold a man down when he's doing bad. But what you do, look at the next shiny thing. The next shiny thing.
5 years.
So he right. But at the same time, she right. Neither one of them is wrong. He's right. You hold him down. Because men are expected to hold that lady down if something happened to her. It's a no-brainer. Like, what? You ain't hold it down? Like, get the fuck... Like, yo, we'll look at you like a shitball. Like, that's just a natural thing. But it's not really natural for women to hold men down. They're not really wired that way unless you're their kid. Unless you're their teenage son. It's not to say that they do, but they become your mother or your big sister or some shit, and you become their fucking kid. 5 years is too long. However, if it came to that, you should have got the help you need, or say, hey, I can't stay in this marriage if you're not going to work. I can't do it by myself. This is not what I signed up for, because you can do something and you don't want to do nothing other than Uber. So, yeah, she did say Uber and he can't afford it. So he's doing something. I guess I don't know what he's doing. He just floating. But you could have just left the situation. Do it the right way. We be so out here trying to hurt each other so much. We just be doing shit messy. Just do it the right way and leave. File. Maybe she did file. Let's see. I don't know.
5 years. Stop trying to paint the picture like I'm just some bum. Stop trying to paint the picture like I'm some bum. What's funny?
5 years.
What's funny?
5 years? I did this with you for 5 years. I didn't hold you down for 5 years.
So you telling me? So you see, words are very important in how you use them.
Oh my God.
If I'm listening to you, it's a 5 year period. All 5 years when I'm just not even working. You done lost your mind.
8 years of being married and you didn't work for 5. Explain. Explain.
Okay, let me get some. So the 3 years when I was holding everything down,
mm-hmm.
and I had money in your savings account, I had money in my savings account.
You don't have an account.
401k, I had an IRA, traditional and
Roth.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait. That is how our whole family survived, off my savings. While you was doing what you wanted to do with your savings. I'm using our savings for purposes.
How much you got in your savings today?
You know why? You know why it's nothing in there? Do you know why? First of all, get the camera in my face like that.
None.
First of all, get the camera in my face.
Y'all know what happened 5 years ago? COVID. That was around the time of COVID. If it was exactly 5 years. She said she hinted to 6. But like, let's say if he did lose his job during COVID or right before COVID, he wasn't able to get a job during COVID, and he probably applied for whatever type of benefits you could get. He probably used all this unemployment or whatever. And you heard what he said. Now, right now, we get his side. So it's here's the thing, man, that you can learn from this. I think any women in general is not wired to take care of no man. It's just not natural. I don't care what how boss bees and all that, they are not wired to take care of no man for no long term. It's like short term and long term disability. You know, they could do the short term, but they can't do the long term. So which what would be classified as short is objective depending on the woman, because that can be 2 months. And then after that, like, what are you doing? What we doing? But it sounds like, all of our portfolios, for the lack of a better term, look a little different. He had his savings, her savings, and he had this, he had that, and boom, he got unemployed. He paid the bills and went to that. And she, on the other hand, did what she wanted to do. He fell off, she got on, he lived off her, and he probably felt like, well, we lived off me, so it's not a problem me living off you. He wanted to be fair, but in turn, she was like, nah, fuck with another dude and whatever, and he fucked with somebody else. Now the marriage is trash. I don't know the inside dynamics of why he couldn't find a job or whatever type of work he did. It seemed like he was just doing little hit and run shit, Uber, little pocket change for real. Keep the cell phone on, a few dollars in your pocket, right? And I think they may even have kids because he said the family. So it's a lot going on. Men, you have to never drop the ball on yourself. You could fall off, you could lose a job that pay good, and you may have to fucking settle to a certain degree and get another one. That's why you got to go out here and get a trade or something that you could do that you could take anywhere else. That's like in the trades, when you get your license, it's called a journeyman's license, because you could take that journeyman from this state and do HVAC, from this state do plumbing, from that state to do carpentry, to that state to do HVACR, electrical, whatever. But it's always a job. You may have to move, but at least you have that document that says this document, that journeyman's license say this is the standard across the United States, and I can take this dev, and it says that I have a certain amount of knowledge that's universal, and I can do the job. You understand what I'm saying? So like, you can't let yourself go. You can't let your fitness go, your health go, because what's going to happen, after a while, especially when you're still young, your lady might start getting eyes for other people. It's not right. But like, if you don't take care of yourself and do what you're supposed to do, this could be any man. So you gotta take care of yourself, yo. And it's unfortunate that this happened to them. They might can fix it. Like, people bounce back from infidelity, poverty, all kinds of stuff, and they work it out and they look back and laugh, and they able to help other people in their marriage, in their relationships, when they hit those walls or whatever. So
bro, nada, empty.
Why you trying to paint the picture like I'm just some bum that's never did anything?
And you are.
Put those 3 years in. Put those 3 years in that I held this whole thing down. It was constantly putting money. I had over $200,000 in your savings.
Which was mine.
How did you get it, Erica?
Oh my God! Let me get my stuff. Which is mine? You only the amount of money that you have brought.
Call the police. Please,
okay, let's do it.
Please.
So to be able to save $250,000, that's a lot saved the day to day. You know what I mean? So if he had this money years ago, so he was doing pretty good for himself to be able to buy a house, look like a nice house from what I could see, and save that amount of money and live a certain type of way. That means he gave her a certain type of lifestyle. And who knows? She might have been in it just for the lifestyle. But again, fellas, do not fall off. You are your own safety net. Don't depend on nobody. Don't be nobody kid. Make sure you go learn something, stay educated, stay up on your certifications, whatever, but don't never be in this situation, because 9 times out of 10, this could happen to you, what happened to him. I was a little hard on him at the beginning, but now that I got more of the story, I could see what happened, and don't let it happen to you. Your Mafia, bang, bang.